Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily Update video series. In this video series, I walk you through building a $1 million a year business in public, sharing everything I learned day by day. In today's video, I want to talk about the new Sora 2 launch, win we had inside the App Launch Club, and then future plans for the channel and for the community and just the business as a whole. So in case you missed it, Sora 2 was launched today. It's ChatGPT or OpenAI's new video generation model that now includes sound. I actually just got access to this like an hour ago, and I've been playing around with it, and it's pretty cool. I made a video with Sora 2 talking about App Launch Club. So when you download the app and you get in, they have you record just like a quick 15-second video of you saying a string of numbers and then kind of moving your head around to capture it. And then it uses that to generate your cameo or your kind of like any videos you're in or any videos that your friends make of you in those videos. So I posted that on Twitter and thought it was kind of interesting. But that's really excited. So I'm excited to check that out and see how this is useful, because obviously it's fun to play with, but like the actual like practical use case of this, like how can this be applied in potentially my business or other businesses? I imagine marketing of some sort, this could be really useful and interesting. And I look at it as more of kind of like a gag sort of thing where it's like funny because it's crazy and weird, but not as like a super serious, like I wouldn't use that video to necessarily promote my community. But it's just, I think, kind of fun to play around with. So that is Sora 2. And then we had Felipe launch his app for Shipaton. He posted about this inside our community. Him and I had a chat about his app on Sunday during our weekly live co-working session. And so I got a little sneak peek behind the scenes and the almost final version of this app. I mean, he's done some really cool stuff here. This is definitely worth checking out. It's an AI essay writer, and I played around with it, and it's actually really good at like writing. So I would check that out, but it's kind of cool to see our first member in the community get an app actually launched out there and submitted in time for the Shipaton Revenue Cat competition that ended, or I think the deadline was yesterday or today. So anyways, congrats on the launch, and I'm excited to see what others do inside of the community as far as building and shipping apps goes. Now getting into future plans. So I have a kind of roadmap of videos that I want to make for the channel, kind of tutorial-like stuff of how I use AI for coding, different things of integrating AI into your apps and different ways to use that. I want to do a deep dive into like app intents and all that there is there. So lots to be doing there, as well as building out the classroom content for App Launch Club. So if you haven't seen the classroom before, we've got our app launch roadmap where you go from idea to shipping an app in 14 days, walking you through just kind of step-by-step of everything you need to be able to do that using AI tools. And then I'm building out a whole library of resources to help you have a successful app launch, such as an App Store Success Kit, common debugging pitfalls and how to fix them, different tools, setups, and workflows to go in more in depth for things like Cursor and Claude Code and stuff like that for iOS development. So there's lots coming there that I'm working on as well that I'm pretty excited about. But I definitely want to know from everyone what you are interested in. Austin yesterday asked about, prompting for difficult debugging sessions with AI. And so I talked a little bit about that and want to do more stuff like that going forward. So let me know what you're curious about, what kind of questions you have around AI and iOS development, or if there's AI related frameworks you're curious about exploring, let me know. Definitely a good opportunity right now would be to be making another AI video generation app with Sora 2. They mentioned in the announcement that they are working on an API for that, and that should be out in the coming weeks. I imagine it'll be pretty expensive, but if you can find a way to use that effectively and put it in an app, I'm sure you'd make a little bit of money doing that. So definitely worth checking out. That's it for today's update. I'll get into the usual brand stats, and then we'll kind of wrap it up after that. So if you haven't seen this before, I just do tracking every day of different metrics to see how the business is growing. And right now I am tracking followers, YouTube channel subscribers, and community signups. Because what I'm trying to figure out right now is distribution and growth. And so if I'm tracking these things to see if what I'm doing is effective and worthwhile and making continuous progress. And then after about, a couple weeks or so, you typically have enough data to make a decision if you should keep on the same path or pivot. So as far as followers go, we are at 887 today. So we're up 5 there. The YouTube is at, let's see, 9 subscribers. And then we did have a actual school trial conversion today. So one of those, which is really exciting to see that people are joining and getting value out of the community. At the very least, like, it's helpful to be around other people that are focused on building and committed to building and shipping their apps, and then just kind of sharing ideas and stuff. It was really cool to chat with Felipe earlier this week just about, the struggles of indie development and the how nice it is to have accountability, or just, other people to lean on and kind of share horror stories with about building your app. So that was a lot of fun. Definitely worth checking out, that we do every Sunday. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.